Hi guys, thank you for joining. Today I'm gonna paint a scene from Hawaii. We have blue clouds up here, and it's gonna be a mountain here. And we have a water here, and we have some palm trees here. I also want to show you what I did last night's live. This is from last night's live I did. If you guys joined yesterday, thank you guys very much. You could support my channel by purchasing any of my demos. You could email me directly, and I can send you details. Um, I want to keep doing these demos, and want to help you guys learn to paint, but I need a little bit of support money wise to make this happen. Uh, Ghost joined saying hi, hello, hi back. So today I'm gonna paint Hawaii. So we have some mountains here. I'm gonna lay it in quickly with the pencil, and then I'm gonna start coloring. So we have some big shadows here. I have a big mountain, green mountain in the background. We'll make some clouds here. We have some trees and bushes in this area. We have our water here. Some waves. And we're gonna have the light coming in from the left side on this one. So we're gonna have nice big shadows coming in, going towards the right. And I have a big plant here. And I have a palm tree up here in the foreground. Another one over here. And I'm thinking of putting just another one here. Just for it to be in the foreground element. Okay, there. So that's all I really need for my drawing. And now I'm gonna start painting. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start to paint the sky first. And thank you guys for joining. I see some people are saying hi. Hi back at you. Okay, before I start, I want to show you guys a few pieces I've done in the live previously. This one's from last night. This one and this one. These are all available for sale, guys. If anybody wants it, you guys could email me directly and I can send you information. You are supporting my channel by buying any of these. So thank you guys in advance very much. I want to keep going at this and help everybody paint and teach you guys as much as I can. Uh, and your support will go a long way with me and keeping this channel alive. Okay, guys, so now I'm gonna start painting the sky. I'm gonna take these two brushes for the sky. I'm gonna wet my paper a little bit. Not too much, but I want to wet it a little bit. So since this is Hawaii, we want a nice blue sky. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in with two brushes. So we have a really nice blue. This is a cobalt blue, and I mixed a little bit of ultramarine in there. So then you guys could try this at home. And if you guys have any questions, please shoot it my way. I found a way of actually looking at the chats you guys are sending. I'm using two phones today, so I could actually read your chats and paint at the same time. It's a little bit hard, but I'll make do. If you guys are in the neighborhood, I have a class in Long Beach this coming Saturday. If anybody's interested, it's a cityscape advanced level workshop in Long Beach with Destination Arts. If you guys want to join, email me directly. I'll send you the link. My email should be in the description. And I have another class going on in Burbank this weekend, tomorrow in Burbank, California. If you guys are interested to join and see me paint live and learn. So this is my sky laying. Not gonna mess with this too much more. Gonna let this dry. As it's drying, you could go in there and do some detail. You want to use these fat brushes. I'm using Escoda brushes for the big washes. They carry a lot of paint and they come out really good. Hi guys, I see a couple more people joining. Thank you for joining. Okay, so I'm gonna leave the sky alone. And I'm gonna work all my way down. So this is a big green hill. It's gonna have some nice shadows. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just lay it in for now. So before I put my color, I want to test it out before I do the whole thing. So since this mountain is going back in the distance, right? What you want to do when I'm laying it in, when it starts going back, you want to introduce more blue in it so it feels like it's going back in the distance. I'm not laying this in with one color. I am introducing other colors like yellow ochre right now. This part is going to be in shadow, but for now I'm just going to lay it in. I need to let this dry and then I'll come back. And if you guys ever paint anything that I'm painting, send it my way. I'd like to see it. Curious what you guys come up with. Okay. So it's going down here. I'm just going to introduce a little bit of blue in there to keep it back in the distance. After this dries, we're going to come back and cut the shadows. So this part here, we want to go pretty blue. The bottom of the bushes should be darker. I'm gonna let this dry. And I'm not gonna move down. I'm gonna move down to my ocean and my sand here. I'm gonna leave the palm trees for last. Okay. So the next color I'm gonna mix is the sand color here. This is a green bush here, so I'm just gonna lay it in in a second for now, and I'm gonna let this dry. So this part here, we're gonna lay it in. I'm just gonna let this dry, and then I'll come back when it's dry and make the shapes of those. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay in the water. Since this is Hawaii, it's pretty clean water, very bluish, aqua color. So we're gonna use a very bright yellow and green. So I had to go get some clean water. I'm gonna soften this edge a little bit. So leave some white for the waves. And I have some new people joining. Thank you guys for joining. So we want to go a little bit lighter when we're coming towards the end of our wave here. So this is pretty much my first layer, and now I have to dry this. For sake of time, I'm going to use a blow dryer and dry this out. First, I'm thinking of maybe introducing some splatter here. So when you're doing a splatter covered area, you don't want it to get splashed because it's very tricky. So I'm going to cover this area with a paper towel. And I'm going to just splatter just a little bit to give it that sand texture here. You could go back with a paper towel, soften some of these if you want. So now I'm going to use a blow dryer to dry this out. Okay guys, I had put you guys on mute so I could blow dry this. And I see some new people joined. Isabella, hello. I am able to read and paint today. I usually use one phone, so I wasn't able to read your comments, but today I can read it. So if you guys want to ask me anything, type it in there. So now I use the blow dryer and this is dry. I'm gonna come back in with my second wash and we're gonna do some nice shadows. So I wanna separate this hill from this side. The light is coming in from the left side. So we're gonna have a nice shadows going on here. So I'm gonna work on those shadows. And we have some bushes here on the bottom part. We're gonna have some palm trees coming in here, 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 a big one here, and a bush here. Okay. So I want my shadow to be pretty blue. You could test it on the edge of the paper if you want. Okay. So over here, I want this whole thing to be in a nice shadow. I want to separate this mountain. What you want to concentrate on is big shapes. Okay. And we got the edge. Cut it down all the way down. Introduce this big shadow that's gonna go all the way down here. And when you don't see my brush on my palette, that means I'm mixing a color. So we have this shadow coming down all the way to here. I introduced a little bit of brown in there, burnt sienna, so it's not so boring. And we're gonna go down. There we go. If you guys want to try this at home and send me what you did, I would love to see it and look at it. Okay. So as I mentioned before, when you're going down in distance, your color of your mountain is going to change from more green to more blue in the distance. So make sure you maintain that once you're doing the details. We have some nice shapes going on here. I'm gonna come back and give a little bit more shadows in this area. There we go. So now it looks more like a mountain here. There we go. I'm gonna let it go soft here. we go. Okay, so on the bottom here we have some trees and bushes. So I'm gonna do the same thing as I did for the mountain. I'm gonna cut in those shadows. So on this area, I'm gonna put some foliage, some trees, some bushes. This here too, and then we're gonna do the palm trees on the sides. So over here, I want to keep some of this lighter color. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut around it. All right. looks nice here when you're cutting around it and you're leaving the lighter color coming through. And since the light is hitting from the left side, you want to go darker on the right side. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna introduce some shadows because we don't have any shadows on the ground yet. And I'm gonna let this part dry, and then I'll come back to it one more time. First, I want to finish the small area here. There we go. A few more bushes here. So these are tinier ones in the distance. Okay guys, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some nice shadows coming from the left side, going to the right. So we're gonna mix that color first. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wet this area a little bit. These are shadows from the palm trees that I'm gonna do. I haven't done the palm trees yet, but you'll see that it's gonna create some shadows here. So that's what I'm doing right now. And you want to make sure you're doing some interesting shapes when you're doing shadows. So don't always follow the photograph or the reference you're using. Just know the direction of your light and make it interesting. You can let the bottom bleed into the bushes. And we're going into the distance, some smaller shadows here. Now I want to introduce one more here. Okay. So we can now clearly see the light is coming in from the left side. We have some shadows. Introduce some of this purple in the foliage here. There. Okay. So now I'm going to work on the water just a little bit, give it a little bit more detail. And then I'll do the palm trees in the foreground. So the water doesn't need much, it just needs some shadows on the bottom of the waves. So that's all I'm going to do. Okay, I think that's enough for the water. I'm gonna let that dry. See how that dries out? It always dries a little bit lighter with watercolor, so have that in mind. There, so now I'm gonna put two palm trees, one on this side, one on this side, and the smaller one here, maybe a few more here. So maybe I'll start here with the smaller ones. So this is good to have here so we know it's going in distance. So maybe put a couple more tiny ones here. Make them a bit darker so they show up. Okay, that's enough for that. Now I'm gonna put the bigger one here, another one here. Well, one here and one there. I'm going in with a lighter color first, and I'm going to introduce a darker one on top of it while it's dry. I want to put another one here, I think. So this one first. Okay. So guys, this is pretty much it. I'm just gonna put some more detail here, a few darks. We're out of time on this one, but thank you for joining. You guys have any questions, let me know. Introduce a few darks. So I'll show you guys a close-up of this one. So I usually tape it on a board here so it doesn't move. And then you can take the tape off. You have this nice white border around it. Here's the final image. And if anybody wants to purchase these to help out my channel, everything goes towards buying new paint and supplies and making the channel grow. This is from my last one that I did. These are all available for purchase. If you're interested, give me an email and I'll send you the details. Thank you guys for joining, and I'll see you guys next time. Next one, I'll have one on Monday for sure. And thank you guys for joining. Any questions, let me know. Feel free to email me.